Well, with CAFE, the corporate average fuel economy mileage standards are getting tighter and tighter and tighter. They just keep going up. Well, manufacturers have to employ new technology. And here on Tech Garage, we are all about technology. So today, we're going direct injection. Welcome to Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com. Dave, the keyword there, tech. Tech Garage, tech, we are all about it.
Technology drives this show, and it drives cars these days. There are computers everywhere, and cars are getting more and more complicated.
Yeah, hence this cool computerized engines on this stand. It's a GDI, gasoline direct injection. They call it GDI for short. But man, everything we want right here, the coolest demos on the planet. Only here at Tech Garage you're going to see this one, Dave.
This is a 1.6-liter four-cylinder engine from a Hyundai Accent. The cool thing about it is there's a computer over there that enables instructors like John and Josh to program some kind of fault into it, and the students here at Chipola College have to diagnose the problem, and it's a great learning tool.
Yeah, and you know, it's come a long way from direct injection. Think about carburation. We took it from the top, we sucked it down into the cylinder, the air fuel, then we went to throttle body injection, basically the same thing like a carburetor, and then we went to multi-port injection. But the key is we were putting the gasoline on top of the valve, really not in that cylinder along with that pressure, Dave.
So what that was doing, the gasoline was actually cleaning off the valves on top. Well, now with direct injection, GDI, it's putting the fuel right into the cylinder. So now on top of those valves, the only thing we have is the oil to act as a detergent.
Yeah, we got a great picture. You can see that. It gets nasty. It used to be like that years ago, but it's coming back.
The problem's back.
Yeah, it's back. So number one of the inherent problems of a GDI engine, gasoline direct injection, oil changes are key, and using the right oil, Dave. You have to use the right oil. I got 5W30. We put that in everything. Heck, if it started knocking, we put some 50 weight in there. Absolutely opposite of what we should do.
And back in the old days, just dump some thicker oil and then solve your problem. Not so much anymore. The tolerances are tighter than ever. We're looking at 0W20, and again, oil is more important than ever, and using the right type.
Boy, it absolutely is. I mean, you think about this GDI system, we're actually driving a high pressure pump here. This puts 3,000 PSI through some actual lines here, steel lines, into the cylinder and injection. So number one, the oil is getting abused here by trying to make that pressure. Variable valve timing is getting abused there. We're using oil now more than ever for those components, and it has to be a better oil, and that's what we're putting in these engines.
Back in the days of carburation, we've looked and we've seen 5 PSI for the entire system. Now we're looking at 3,000 PSI for the direct injection. It's
exactly.
Nuts.
And that brings us to the line. Another problem with GDIs are when you replace these lines, these are the fuel lines. You guys are used to rubber fuel lines, not the case anymore. These are all steel, and right here on the end is this little fitting right here. It's like your refrigerator kind of compression fitting. So when you put this on there and you tighten it up, there's a good chance you may disform this right here. So what you want to do is replace these lines every time. We got this at RockAuto.com. If you're doing injectors, if you're opening up your fuel line, and follow your safety procedures to open up your fuel line, because 3,000 PSI, that's a gasoline laser cutter.
No doubt about it, and it's going to show up here at the injector. This is the injector itself. This white thing here is the O-ring, and that seals off the chamber once the fuel starts injecting. Well, if something goes wrong with that O-ring, if it starts to deteriorate, you get some blow-by, and the gas actually comes out through the cylinder, the air comes out through this little hole, and you can detect that. It sounds like an exhaust leak, and we grab a stethoscope and just leave it open-ended, and we can search down in here, and you actually hear the air puffing, kind of like when you're blowing across a bottle. You hear the same thing coming across your stethoscope when the air comes out.
And that's what we did, Dave. We replicated a problem here. It didn't come with the problem, obviously not. It's brand new. But we went ahead and did that just so you guys can hear it and see it and know what's going on. But here's the deal. Think about it. That other injector's on top of the valve, so we really don't have any pressure there. Matter of fact, a lot of times we just have vacuum there because we're sucking the air fuel into the cylinder. Now we got 100 PSI or more, 200, whatever it is in the cylinder, pushing against this. So if that's not seated right, or it's not in there, or it actually blows by or blows out, you're going to get that exhaust sound. Sounds just like an exhaust, man.
Amazing technology and incredible pressure inside these engines. When we come back, the Tech Garage presented by RockAuto.com, we're going to tear it all down and we're going to show you what we find. We'll be right back. Thank you for tuning into Tech Garage. We hope you're enjoying the show because we have a great time making it.
You can see some really fun behind-the-scenes stuff on our Facebook page every single week. And if you've missed an episode this season or any other, head on over to the Masters Entertainment Group website or YouTube page to get caught up. Keep it in park because Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com, returns right after this.